This right here is Project Dream Shop.
Now this old barn has seen better days, but it's soon gonna be my dream shop. And in order to get there, we've got a lot of work to do. And that involves lifting, leveling, and basically completely rebuilding this old barn to get it to where we need to go. So let's jump right in and get to work. Now this barn looks like an old swayback horse, so if I pause the video right here and draw a straight line across it, take a look at how much this has settled.
Now it's a pole barn, so it shouldn't be carrying that much weight. So my plan is my collection of Harbor Freight bottle jacks, and we're just gonna lift it up a little bit at a time. I also scored all these beams off of Facebook Marketplace. So we're gonna set them in the center as well as on the outside edge, and we're just gonna lift 1/4 inch at a time. See how it goes.
You can really see these 2x6s. It has settled, so it kind of angles through here. So we're going to jack up every single one of these posts and pour a new footing for them. This is where we're going to open up the door, because it's only, right now, it's only a 10-foot door, and I want to make a 20-footer. And also, if we come look at a lot of these, they're not even connected, they're so rotted out. That one in the far corner, I'll show you from the other side. There's nothing left of that one either. See this old telephone pole being hold this thing together because everything is so rotted.
The entire frame of this barn is 6x12s, and that's posts going up as well as trusses all the way across. So we have the entire load of this outside wall supported by these interior 6x6 posts. And then at the top of the 6x6 post that's holding up the outer wall, we also sandwiched in a couple 2x6s and some heavy duty lag screws. So you can see this entire outside wall is now being supported by those interior posts. Here's our setup. It's a 4x12 underneath the jack, and we have a support lagged into the post itself, and we're just slowly adjusting each one at a time. And you can see as we go, look at all the different shims. We cut all kinds of different size shims, and here's the gap that we've gone over the last day and a half, how much we've had to lift this up. It was off over 18 inches in some places. You'll notice that on each base here we've got a little bit different boards as our shims, so each one is being lifted a little bit different amount, and we're lifting one at a time, just a little bit with each one. This is a great look at how straight it is now. Remember at the beginning of the video, this was a giant U shape. So if we take a couple steps back and look at the roof line now, we are now nice and straight and plumb.
Here's one of the things that we left, and you can see there's still a little bit of a gap, so we're gonna pull a couple of these over, and this is just from them falling down and rotting out. So got a little bit more work to do. We want this all to be perfectly plumb all the way down, so that'll be progress for tomorrow. Here you can see how much we've jacked up each one of these. We're putting in all these extra blocks as we lift each one of these up, and you can see the ones closer to the center, they got jacked up quite a bit more. How many more blocks? And there's big metal, I guess you'd call it like a joist hanger that were custom made, and so we're jacking straight up on those. and everything is moving really well. It wants to go back into place. That's one nice thing about these old buildings, is they want to go back to how they originally were. You know, all your nails and everything, they're all bent in a certain way that it's settled, so it naturally wants to come back up. And when we first were looking at this, I mean, especially where this window was, I mean, it was all over the place. And while it's not perfect because a lot of these boards have been warped now, it is looking pretty straight all the way across. And according to the level, she's back to perfect. So now it's pouring our new footings, and then we'll sister in we're going to cut out the rotted ends, and we'll sister in some new 6x12s. This thing's going to be like brand new. This is one of my favorite views, straight down, and by lifting up, these were really tilted in and they straightened out just by lifting it back into position. The barn wants to go back into place. So excited about today. Prep work of concrete just takes forever, but then the concrete goes so fast. So here in a few hours, this thing will be done. Exciting day today. Concrete is coming in, and we're doing a full 1 foot footing, but we filled in 6 inches kind of in between because concrete's expensive, so it doesn't need to be a full 1 foot thick all the way throughout. But we're doing 2 feet by 2 feet all the way down for our columns, which is way overkill, but hey, while we're doing it, let's make it nice. Let's make this thing last another 55 years. It was a lot of work to build out all of these footing boxes, because see, we have a little pony wall. Again, totally unnecessary for a pole barn, but it's more of like pest intrusion. Having that wall come up makes it really nice. Plus we'll be able to do a footing drain back there. And this is the pour for today. We're going to make it all the way around the corner and to here, and we end it with a box that is going to hold 2 posts, because this is where the great big door is. So see, here is the opening here, and from this point to here is just half the size of the door. So that's 12.5 feet to here. It's going to be a 25-foot door. It's going to be awesome. I've been making a bunch of post base holders out of old scrap with my new plasma cutter and all my scrap metal. These things are like $111 a piece for this one right here. This one was left over from before. These are now $100 a piece. So I've been making my own out of scrap metal. This is actually beefier and nicer. I have about $2 into this one, over $100 into this one.
I'm a little sore because I'm old. Pouring concrete's hard work. Here's a rule for everyone. Never start a fight with a concrete guy.
Alright, we've got one wall set in place. We added new 6x12 and then sandwiched them together, drilled all the way through with 1/2-inch bolts, tightened them, as well as some structural screws and some nails. Also put them into the base, and this whole wall was like the ocean. Check this out. Perfectly straight and plumb. So looking really good. There's parts of it that don't look straight or level, and that's because of where it settled. All the boards have twisted and warped, but all of this is level, and we've set this down. And remember, we had all these posts, so we've removed all of those posts. We left all the center supports.
I've got an exciting video coming up next. We're going huge on the door, and it completely transforms the front of this barn. You won't even recognize what it looks like afterwards. I'm coming to you from the future. I've seen the end result. It turns out amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that you catch all of the episodes, because this is just one episode of an entire build series. So if you subscribe, like the video, support my channel. I appreciate you watching this far. I think it's a great place to end the video. Thanks for watching. Let's hit the road.